Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am pretty excited for this video because I'm going to be doing an update for my low buy and also a small haul. So I have been doing a low buy. Where did that come from? I have been doing a low buy for the year of 2019. And I started actually right after Black Friday, although December was a little sketchy because I decided to change my rules after that. So just in case you're not familiar, I do have a full video on like why I'm doing a low buy, all that kind of stuff. But my rules, real simple, no replacements. I'm allowed to buy 2 palettes a month and try 1 new brand. So I feel like that has been really, really good for me. 3 purchases, although technically the new brand could be, you know, it could be a little something something. It could be more than just eyeshadow, but I haven't really gone crazy in that aspect. I have kept myself, you know, I've been good about it. So I'm feeling really good about my low buy. I'm feeling so good about the rules that I chose for myself. So today's video is just going to be like an update on like how I'm feeling. I'm going to go ahead and include that at the end of the video today. I don't know, I just feel like mixing it up. So I'm going to start off with the things that I bought, and then I will do a small PR haul. I'm just going to mention a few things. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. So I kind of made the rule for myself that I'm only going to mention PR things that I have not talked about already, so that you can see and let me know what you want to hear more about. Or I can give you a quick review if I already have my thoughts on it, and then, like I said, at the end, I'll go ahead and talk about the low buy and how I'm feeling, because I do have a few things on my mind. And nothing crazy. Hopefully this video should be relatively short. And if you like what's happening on my face, I will have a video tutorial of it up at some point. Probably will be a week or 2. So now let's go ahead and jump right on in to my purchases. So the first thing that I purchased, I actually can't show you guys. I went ahead and made my own palette with Divina and Luxie singles. I'll leave a picture on screen of what the color scheme looked like. I really wanted to buy some of Luxie's new shimmer shadows that they were coming out with, and I really wanted to buy Divina's new bundle because it was all green and matte, and it was just like calling to me. So I trimmed down my orders on both, and I got it to where it would be 16 eyeshadows that would all fit in like one, I would say, a medium-sized magnetic palette, and that I decided to go ahead and include together as one purchase because I made my own custom palette with the shades I really wanted, and I did find some really, really unique shades, and I've been getting a lot of good use out of it. The reason I can't show it to you and holding up everything is because I went through all my singles, I think it was last week, and I was like pulling them all out and putting them on the table, and then at the end I realized, I was like, oh man, I took apart that palette, and now they're all like in their like Divina and their Luxie home, so I didn't put it back together. So that was my bad. I wanted to keep it together for longer, but I was just not even thinking. I was just like, you know, just doing my thing with my single shadows, and I completely forgot when I was putting them away to put them back. But that was one purchase, and I really liked that color scheme. Like there was some purples and greens and like some fun colors all together, and I think I did get some really unique shadows, so I am happy with that purchase. And also, like I said, I was able to like get my order down because I originally had like 30 different shadows I wanted. So I kind of got it like in half. And I also did, I have been getting better about paying for shipping. I am that person. I'm like, I don't want to pay for shipping. I don't want to pay for shipping. I will spend so much more money. Just please don't make me pay for shipping. And I have been paying for shipping. So I feel good about that. It's better to pay for shipping than to buy extra product that I probably wouldn't even use, or to pay like twice as much just because I don't want to pay for shipping. So I'm trying to better myself in that aspect. And then the other palette purchase for this month was the ColourPop Just My Luck palette. I mean, I could not deny this palette. It was just absolutely beautiful. So here's what it looks like. I really did enjoy the formula of this. I have only used it one time so far. I know I need to use it more, but I am just kind of, you know, using things as I get the desire to. I'm not forcing myself to use anything, although I really do want to use this. I'm just kind of like, oh, I'll use this whenever. Like, I'm not like trying to be like, oh, you need to produce this video and this and use this and that. I just want to do as I'm inspired. So I have liked the first look I did with it. I think it's really beautiful. I like the color scheme, and I'm not gonna lie, I am getting an itching to do a ColourPop build your own palette, just because they have been releasing some interesting shades. I have not bought any ColourPop singles in a hot minute, and I'm loving buying singles so much more in palettes right now. I know that's crazy that I have been like watching singles videos, and I don't know, I'm just kind of obsessed. But yeah, I really like this palette. I'm glad that I bought it. And I feel like I'm glad that I went with a nice affordable option for one of my palettes this month, because this was only $12 and I think I ended up paying $19 because I paid for shipping, and I couldn't find any $5 off codes, but you could probably get it for less. They did have a free shipping thing like literally like 2 weeks later. But yes, I like the palette. I am glad that I bought it. It's my vibes and it's affordable, and I really do want to get more into using my affordable eyeshadow palettes because I don't know, I don't use them as often and I really need to get back into them. Like, I have so many palettes I bought for Makeup Revolution. I have one from NYX that I'm like never even used them, so I really need to like do that. Anyways, I do like this one. I can't promise that this will happen anytime in the near future, but it would actually be really fun to do a tutorial, like 2 looks, 2 palettes, using this and the ColourPop, whatever the pink one was called. I think that that would be really fun to pair together. So that was my 2 purchases that I made this month. I actually ended up not trying a new brand. I was kind of thinking about it, and I was kind of going back and forth, and I was like, oh, I could try this brand or I could try this brand, but I'm like, I'm not going to force myself to try anything. I'm just going to wait and see. I actually, the last day of March, I was so close to hitting checkout on a Lethal Cosmetics purchase, but right as I went to check out, one of the colors I wanted went out of stock, so I did not purchase it right then. I did, spoiler alert, end up making a Lethal Cosmetics purchase like a few days later, because they ended up doing like a pre-order option, and it worked out. It was fine. And I just went ahead and included it as a purchase for April, as I'm not sure. It's either a new brand or an eyeshadow palette. It depends on how the month goes. But I only ended up making 2 purchases in the month of March, and it feels good. It feels good. So actually I have one more purchase to mention, but this doesn't really fit inside my rules. Like, I didn't really include anything except makeup in my rules. And this was actually like a very useful purchase for me and an amazing sale, like amazing. I have this gigantic box here, and I believe that I ordered this from Belk. Yes, Belk. And I saw this deal on Beauty Deals BFF on Instagram. If you don't follow her, you're like, what are you doing with your life? She is a money saver. And there are these beautiful magnetic palettes like this, right? They all hold like 12 26mm pan eyeshadows, and these are originally like $20 each, and they were on sale for like $2 and free shipping. I could not. I knew that this was a good purchase because I get single shadows all the time. Some I buy myself. I've also gotten quite a decent amount of single shadows recently in PR, so I feel like having a backup space of eyeshadow palettes to put my singles in really makes sense, especially when they're $2. $2. It's really nice. Like, it feels like the Natasha Nona palettes kind of. I just have some blushes and highlighters from Canon Cosmetics and then a highlighter from M Cosmetics. So loving these, and I got a bunch of different colors. Like, there's this beautiful blue, I got a gold, and then I got a few different here. I think I also got a coral, and I feel like the outsides inspire me as well. A white. I think I got one of each color, and then I also got an extra for a giveaway in the future because I have a bunch of single shadows I want to do as a giveaway, although I've been doing a lot of giveaways lately, so maybe I'll space it out a little bit more. But I figured $2, like, you literally can't beat it. And that was just, it was a smart purchase, like, because if I waited and in the future I was like, oh man, I'm out of space, I need something right now, I had to pay like $10, $15 for a palette. Although I do really like the ones on Shop Miss A. I think they're like $7 or $9 originally, but these were $2, so it was a no-brainer. I had to do it. Literally that entire order ended up being like $12, so it was a really good deal. So now let's go ahead and move on to PR. I feel like I have to mention something from Pixi every single month. They are crazy with their packages and everything, and this month I had this gigantic package that says love the skin you're in. This is like just so huge. I don't even know what to do with this. I try my best to recycle these things, but this one is just ginormous, so it's like a little thing there. And I can give you my opinion on some of these products so far. I used these. These are depuffing masks. and they're like for underneath the eyes, and those feel really, really nice. They're a little slippery and slidery. You have to keep pulling them up sometimes, but they are very, very hydrating. I did use the Glow Mud mask. I thought it was nice. I haven't used that one yet. I used one face sheet mask, and I really liked this. I actually liked it more than the Tatcha one that I got in BoxyCharm, which was surprising. I think I like the Patchology sheet mask the best, but I did like that, and then I don't think I've used anything else yet. They also included like a really, really soft washcloth, which I don't have any washcloths that soft. Like, that feels really nice. So thank you to Pixi for this. I really want to go ahead and do like some type of like big video on Pixi skincare, because I have received a lot of Pixi skincare through PR. And I have been liking almost all of it. Like, I feel like it's really, really good. It's definitely, I would say, like mid-end prices. Definitely not like super affordable, but also not super high-end, because some skincare could be ridiculously expensive. So I want to do like maybe like a Pixi skincare favorites or something type of video, because I have been using them all off camera like every single day. I'm like already halfway through my rose cleanser. So really, really liking some of these things. Like I said, I still have some more to try here, but overall really good. I also did receive a sweet package from Girl Boss Cosmetics, which I'm not going to go super in depth on, but I will say that there is a video with these products coming next week, I believe. So keep your eyes out for that. So the last PR product I have to mention, I am extremely, extremely excited to test out and try. And this is so, so convenient for me. So I actually talked about this product in an Indie Makeup Releases, and it is the Peaches and Cream pigment drops. So they reached out to me and said thank you for like talking about our product, and asked if they could send me it to try out, and I was very, very excited. So here is what the package looks like, and I just can't drop it like it's hot. Like, is anyone else thinking of the that one soda commercial? It's like, drop it like it's hot, and everyone's drinking the soda. I don't know, but I just thought that was hilarious, and I can't get over like their little faces. So I am definitely going to be keeping this. I'm that person. I'm so sentimental. I keep everything that's like handwritten. Like, I still have like 800 notes from high school, because me and my friends used to always, every single time we'd see each other in between classes, we would pass a note. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping that because it makes me laugh too. This is a super gigantic box, but we just had these two little things in there. So this is the pigment drops, which I have not tried yet, but this is what it looks like. Has the cute little faces on it, and it's supposed to be something that you can mix in with your pigments to make them liquid. I'm super, super excited about it. And I wanted to use Duraline for that, but I'm going to kind of test both Duraline and this and see which is better. Duraline is actually not cruelty-free, so this is already a step ahead in my books, but very, very excited to try that out. And they did go ahead and include one of their pigments in here, which is the shade Moonlight, which I don't already own, and I'm excited about. I think that I own like every single one of their inner corner colors. Like, I have Moonlight, Pixie, Prin, Starlight. I have all the super light shades. So the reason this is so convenient for me is because I want to do a full, like, super in-depth video on the Peaches and Cream pigments. I actually have one on my inner corner today, and it's absolutely stunning. I've just been using them with NYX glitter glue. But this works for me because now I have another shade to show y'all, and I also get to talk about the pigment drops and mix them in. And maybe, like, I want to do like super in-depth eye swatches, so maybe I'll do it dry on one eye and then use the pigment drops on the other, so you can see the versatility. I do believe that these are supposed to work better if it is a pigment that has more of like a base to it. If it's a pigment that just has a shift, it's not going to do as much, from what I remember from watching their Instagram stories. But yes, definitely really, really excited about this, and thank you so much to Peaches and Cream. I just thought it was funny because this was one of the brands I wanted to try in 2018. I made a purchase from them last month, and then the next month it's like, oh, I have a little bit of PR from them. So super, super excited about this. I actually have been keeping all my pigments from them in this cute little 50 Shades of Peaches box, so we'll just go ahead and add that in. I actually have another one over here I was using. I don't know why, I just want to keep them in the boxes, but yes, very, very, very excited about that. Okay, so that is all of the haul portion of this video. Now let's go ahead and talk about my thoughts on the low buy. Hopefully I can actually stick to what I want to say because I have everything written down. Oh man, I had one more thing to mention. Oh, it was going to be funny. Actually, I'll just tell you guys, I was going to pull out my little Sephora bag and say, even on a low buy, I cannot leave Sephora empty-handed. It was going to be a joke because I went with my mom. She wanted to buy something from Way, and she used my rewards card, and they were like, oh, it's your birthday month. What do you want? Do you want Kat Von D or Drunk Elephant? I was like, Drunk Elephant. So I have a little sample set in a Sephora bag somewhere, not here obviously, but I also did go ahead and grab that this month, which I'm excited to try out because I've heard nothing but good things about Drunk Elephant. So now my thoughts for my low buy. First of all, I feel accomplished because I noticed that other than my mom's Way purchase, which doesn't really count, my Sephora and my Ulta like rewards program, I have spent $0. $0 at Sephora and Ulta in the year of 2019 so far. So I feel really good about that. I feel really, really good about the fact that I chose not to do replacements because like I was super bummed. I finished my brow pencil and I was like, dang it, I really like this. Like I have a brow routine going on, but I have so many other brow products. So I went ahead and just switched to pomades, which I'm definitely like kind of going back to Instagram brows a little bit here, but I kind of dig it because I feel like it goes better with like my super bold makeup. I do like more bold brows, so it took a few days before I could get back into the pomade, and now I feel fine again. So I think it's really good to just force myself to use products that, you know, instead of buying a replacement, forcing myself to use things I already have and getting through things and finding what I like the best, because personally I'm kind of here for these brows right now. So I am really glad I made that rule. I'm also feeling really good because I am actually starting to see progress in using things up. I finished a powder, I finished a face spray, I am so close to finishing an eye primer, and it's so awesome to actually see that progress happening. I've hit pan on I think 3 products already. Not necessarily trying to hit pan, but it's like finally it's like paying off a little bit. Not I don't know if I would say that paying off, but I am just trying to love my own collection, so getting to see the progress visually is helpful in some way. And I actually do feel like I'm kind of at the point I could do a video like products I've hit pan on, which I think maybe a year ago I probably didn't have a single product I had hit pan on, so I am feeling good about that. Actually, I think I had 1 eyebrow product, but besides that, nothing. I also wrote down free to go to old things, and I think what I meant by that is that whenever you're constantly buying new things, at least this is the case for me, you kind of forget about what you already have, and you're like, oh, I have to use this because it's new, and I have to use this, and I have to talk about this now. And I feel like I'm finally getting to kind of revisit some things in my collection. I did a look with the Douce palette. I'm using the Jekyll and Hill Vault palette collection that I've been wanting to use. And like just going back and forth between like new products and old products, and just getting to love my collection basically. So I feel like that's kind of freeing to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, instead of feeling like you're constantly like, oh, I gotta use this because like it's new and it's what everyone wants to hear about. I think it's, obviously you get less views, but it's more fun when you just do whatever you want to do, and I feel like not buying as much kind of helped with that, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm getting repetitive in these videos, but I also noticed that the nagging feeling of wanting a product does go away. Thank you, Jesus. The reason I realized this is because I want to do a video on products, like things that are on my wish list, things that were on my wish list, and things that continue to be on my wish list through having a low buy, because there's definitely been a lot of products I've been interested in that I have not bought. And I realized as I was going through and looking through, I think I went through Trend Mood and I went through Indie Makeup Spotlight, and I looked at all the products and I was writing down the list of wish lists that I had previously like thought, oh, I would want to buy this, I'd want to buy this, and I realized that at least half of the list I no longer wanted. And there was a point where I was like, I can't stop thinking about this, I can't stop thinking about this, like this is so beautiful, like and then it slowly fades away. I think that's kind of telling, because when something actually does continue to stay and be on your mind, I think that does kind of lean towards maybe this is possibly a good purchase, or it's something I would really use if it's something that after a few months you're still wanting. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I was like, for sure I wanted and now I don't, because I have the worst memory ever, but I know I was going through Ulta today, the Ulta app, because I have $10 off of anything, and I really need to buy a new micellar cleanser water, which counts as skincare. So I was just looking if there's anything, you know, maybe I did say I could have one like birthday purchase that doesn't have to have any rules. And I was thinking maybe I would make an Ulta order because I could get $10 off. But I went through everything and I'm like, I decided I don't want this. I decided I don't want this. And I'm like, my reasons for not wanting it still stick. Like the Riviera palette, like I could get it for $10 off. I could get it for like $30 or whatever. But my reasons stay true. So even though it's more affordable, I still don't need it. So I actually ended up just closing the Ulta app out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not purchasing anything. So yes, I am very happy that slowly, if you don't give into a purchase right away, those feelings do thankfully go away and make it easier, and you realize I don't even really want that. And a lot of time it's just pure hype. Seriously. All right. I think that's everything. Oh, wait. No, I have one last thing to say. I have never really liked declutters, honestly. Like, it's really hard for me. I'm the person who's like, I will have a use for that one day. But the more I use my collection, the more I'm kind of getting this, like, feeling that I want to kind of, you know, just edit it down. And I am actually starting to feel slightly open to declutters. I might wait till the end of the year and then go through and declutter my collection, but I am way more open to it now that I am like, I really want everything in my collection to be something I love, so it's something I am considering. So my camera is literally dying. It's flashing red right now, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye.